Welcome back to the Celtics Nation Rise podcast. I'm your host, Griffin Aldrich,
Your co-host Luis Gomez.
and we
Hi.
actually got two guests today. We got Skyler,
Hi.
and we got a special guest here today. We're actually interviewing him today. The main reason for this one, we got Jack. Say what's up.
Yes, sir. How we doing? How we doing? Thank you. Thank you all for having me, man.
Dude, thank you for coming on. We appreciate it. We actually mentioned you on the last podcast about the tattoo because the caveman got a new tattoo. I got one after the championship.
Yeah.
So I think the big question is, what was the inspiration for getting the tattoo? Let's just hear the story. We want to hear.
Right. So, dude, I'm never gonna forget this day in my life. I get reminded every morning when I wake up and look over at my shoulder. But what you call it? I'm in math class. My good buddy Charlie Perkins, legend. And this is like the Celtics were kind of starting to turn stuff around. Not really though. They were just above, like I think a game or two above 500
Yeah.
in March of 22. And and we were just talking basketball. It was senior year, like we were doing everything but doing math. And it was we're sitting there and we're like just talking about ball as we always do, asking seeing who we think would win the chip. And I'm like, bro, I really think the Celtics are gonna make a run. I don't know why. I just got a feeling. And he's like, dude, he's like, I love the Celtics just as much as you do, but I don't know. And I'm like, you know what, bro? Dude, I'm like, I get a tattoo with that shit. And he was like, he just told me I wouldn't. He told me he just pretty much said no way. So like, all right, you know what, man? I was already in touch with an artist about getting a tattoo because I had been wanting to get my first one for a while. And I texted him and I'm like, yo, Mike, I know what I want to get. I'll see you like in an hour. And I pulled up to got the tattoo, pulled up to Charlie's house. It's just like half an hour away from the shop. And I was like, yo, I just knocked on his door. I didn't even tell him I was coming. I knocked on his door. I'm like, yo, I did it. And he was he was like, no way. And then I was sick the next couple days, so I couldn't go to school. But like everyone had known I got the tattoo, so everyone was like on my ass to like get to school. And it was just a crazy couple crazy like 36 hours or so, bro. It was nuts. And then of course I think Matt Shearer from WBZ was the first person to hit me up about it. And then it kind of just snowballed from there. I thought it would just be like a fucking, oh, I don't
Oh,
know.
no, you're good. You're good.
Cool, cool. I don't know. I thought it'd be like just a funny joke. Maybe I'd get it like, I don't know, maybe I get it removed whenever I want to do it. But it's like, I thought it'd be a hilarious joke between me and all my boys. And then little did I know, like Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel will be like roasting me on his show and shit in
Oh,
June. So it's like, yeah,
that's that's crazy.
it was
How that
crazy.
how that felt.
Yeah.
It was
Like
it was crazy, man. Because it's like I don't know. It was just like because I grew up on the I pretty much grew up on the Cape and so it was like small town type shit. So it's like I hadn't really like been I don't know. It was weird. And I was just
So,
like I kind of just roll with it. What's up?
yeah. Oh, sorry for interrupting.
You're
A
good, bro.
question I was wondering. So was it just a local thing, and did like someone take a picture of it and like post it? Is that how it like got viral?
So I took a picture of it and posted it on my Instagram, and then I think GRD uh
Oh,
reposted
he
it on
saw.
his
Yeah.
story.
He sees everything because
Yeah,
I actually
because I had met him like we've been homies for a minute at that point because I we just met at games before, and so he had reposted it on his story, and that's how it started to get more traction because obviously he has a bigger following than I do, and then more people seen it from there, and then it literally just kept snowball. It was started off as like a local New England like Channel 4, Channel 5 like type shit, and then it's like and it just got bigger and bigger and bigger.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. So my brother and I were watching it, and we were watching the game, and we were like, "Look at that guy with the tattoo." We were like, "No way!" We were so hyped for you.
Thank you, bro.
A
Of
question I do have to ask though.
course, of course.
So obviously you say it started off as a joke, right? More
Yeah.
so how did it feel like when we were doing so good in 22, and you're
I
like,
mean,
wow, we might actually win this?
I mean, obviously, it was a joke, but I genuinely believed like we were gonna go on a run. And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it matters, who's doesn't matter how you start, it matters how you play going into the playoffs. And I and then once we beat Brooklyn, I'm like,
Okay.
okay,
We're doing something. Yep, we're
okay,
doing something.
this could be for real. And then game 6, Milwaukee happened, and I'm like, I ain't no way we're losing game 7. And then we win game 7 in Boston against Milwaukee. And so I'm like, the Heat, I'm like, we're kicking the shit out of the Heat.
Oh
And
yeah.
then we beat the Heat. And then when we won it was 3 against the Warriors. I thought we had it won. And then obviously we all know what happened. So, and then
Tough.
I was actually in San Francisco because I had just graduated high school, and my dad, I had like never been much of a traveler, and my dad takes me on a graduation trip to California or do the whole coast and shit. And I end up being in San Francisco for game 6. And I was at a Boston bar there and we lost, obviously. And then the next morning, I'm like, whenever their parade was, that's the day I left to fly back to Boston. And I'm on my way to the airport and I see all the fucking confetti up in the air. Dude, it was straight out of a movie. I was like, why? I'm like, why does this have to? I couldn't believe it. I'm like, why is
Did
this
you
happening?
did you see any people who recognize you in San Francisco, like when that happened?
So funny enough, this was right at I don't know what game. It must because I was in San Francisco for a while. So I went to this Boston bar for a couple games, and fake Clay comes into the bar, and this is right after he got banned for shooting on the court. And
No
he's
way.
No,
vlogging. He
that's
all,
crazy.
had all his homies there, and I was wearing my jacket, and I get a tap on the shoulder, and I turn around, and I dead ass like split second, like obviously not. I'm like, yo, what the fuck's Klay Thompson doing here? But it's like, but I'm like, yo, you want to square up, Klay? Come on. But anyway, no, and man, it was and he's like, yo, he's like, and then he's like, you're that he's like, no way is the dude with the tattoo. And I think it was in his vlog or something. And my favorite thing that happened, maybe one of my favorite things that happened out of the entire thing was I've been watching Flight Reacts since I was like in freshman in high school. Like I've been watching him forever. And he reacted to that video that fake Clay put out.
No.
And he went crazy. He's like, oh, no way. He's like, he got a tattoo. He's like, no way. And Flight was just like he had a field day with it. And I was like, ain't no way Flight's reacting to me right now.
No, yo, that's kind of like a moment I feel like where you're like, dang, like
Yeah.
I was like in not like I was coming from not being like noticed and stuff.
Right.
Now
Exactly.
I'm having
Exactly.
Jimmy Kimmel notice
For
me,
sure, bro.
like reacts. Like that's surreal. You must
It
have been
was
so obviously and I'm sorry, they could ask you questions too, but
you're good, bro.
obviously like I bet you were definitely hurt, especially
Oh,
seeing all the confetti and stuff. But
yeah.
I feel like it was kind of a moment for you too, and you could speak for yourself, but where you kind of like you were upset, but you were like, I've had all these like achievements for myself. So it's
100%.
like
And that all it was definitely like just like as shitty as it felt that whole summer going to the beach with that and like
oh
everyone giving me
yeah.
shit. It's like that sucked. But it was like before that, it was definitely like I want to say like that past winter was like a very low point in my life. And then to come from that to even though it got memed like crazy, it was
Yeah.
like it was still like definitely just like I like it was just nice to have like that moment, and it was like for sure 100%. And it was like I don't know, man. It was just like that. Like there's always light at the end of the tunnel, and it was like no matter how it is, no matter if it ends up being a giant fucking meme and everyone's laughing at you, it's like it's any publicity is good publicity.
And see, I think more so for Celtics fans, and I said
Mhm.
this on the last podcast, we felt for you. Like we were like I know for me personally, like when I was watching the championship, I was like, don't like I'm a huge Celtics fan. Like I'm a diehard. You see my
Of
room and
course,
everything.
bro. Yes,
I
sir.
got a tattoo too. But I'm like, I love the Celtics so much, but don't just do it for me. Like this guy had dedication to go out and get a tattoo. Do it for him. Do it for him, if anyone, you know? So I felt for you, and I, everyone, I saw more so things after the championship. Everyone was like, go check on him. Make sure he's
Yeah,
so.
I did. I seen all, dude. All my homies had the best summer with that shit. Oh my God, it was bad.
Did
They're never gonna let me forget it, but it was great, you know.
did you have people like genuinely check on you and stuff? Like,
Yeah. Oh, dude, I don't think my phone. Maybe after we won this past year, but I don't think my phone's ever blown up like it did when we lost. It was like, and I didn't answer a single text or phone call that
oh,
night or nothing. Like, and I bet you there were some people. I feel like the only phone call I answered was my mom because she was way across the country, and I'm like, and she's like, "Hey, Jack," she's like, I heard they lost." She's like, "Are you good?" I'm like, "Yeah, mom, I'm good. I'm just laying low for like a minute." I'm like,
I,
but it was,
I feel
How
that.
did how did your parents feel? Like
so
Jimmy like talking about you, like was it
yeah.
like
Um, my dad's a pretty low key dude, so like he didn't really think much of it. I don't think, at least I'm not sure, but. My mom was like, at first she was kind of like, holy shit. Like, like she'd like turn on the TV and her son would be on the TV, like, and she's like, what the fuck? But she came around to it and I brought her to a couple games and she introduced her to all the people, introduced her to GRD, like Gino, all them guys, and it was like she's like cool as them as I am now. Like she'll pull up to the games and they'll all say what's up to her. So I like to think like more a part of that family now. So it's definitely on my mom more especially like she's became more of a basketball fan since I got the tattoo, which has definitely been like probably my favorite part of this whole thing. It's like now I can go watch games with her and like I watched the championship when the clinching game with her and that was just like a moment I'll never forget. So yeah.
yeah, that's a cool moment.
I
Yeah.
could say too for me too, when I got my tattoo, my mom was like my biggest supporter behind it. She was like,
Sure.
"Oh, it looks awesome." She was hyped up about it. I think that's the best part, you know? Like
100%, bro. It's just like all the people around you just rallying, like, just like showing love, you know? Like that's what it's all about. And it's like all my like people back home, it's like we'd all gather and like watch Celtics games together. Like when we were losing or their other teams making a run, they'd all be tapping the tattoo for luck. And it was like it was
that's
uh it
sick.
was a hell of a run, man.
Yeah.
So obviously you have the four on there now.
Yes,
You got
I
that
did.
up. I thought that was sick to do that. It created kind of like it created kind of like a new thing for you, you know? Like
Right.
it makes it cool now. Like no one
Right.
else has that, like to scratch it off and have four on.
Right.
That's
And it's
sick.
like I was talking to my artist and I hit him up right after we won. And so I'm like, all right, dude, like you got to get me in before the parade. Like it's like that. We just need to like I will come in early. I'll come in whenever you want me to come in. And the first thing he said, he was like, I'll make sure to, as long as you don't remove the two. And he was just like, he's like, I'll do anything you want me to do to it, but I'm not gonna remove the two on it because he's like, that's just gonna like, and I agreed with him. I was in full like I texted him right away, and I'm like, 100% because it's like I felt like if I removed the two and just tossed a four on there instead, like
It's
that
not.
destroys the whole story. It's
Yeah.
done. Like,
Oh
so
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
yeah,
I agree with that.
that was the best way to go about it for sure. And then he did get it done for the parade, and it was dope. JB show love, and that was dope.
That's so sick. So Skylar, any questions you have?
Now you guys pretty much covered it.
Yeah. Lewis, you said something to me last.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
And that was in 2022, right? The
Yeah,
like and yeah. You went really viral in Dominican Republic.
really. Okay.
Yeah. Did you know?
I think I'm not sure if that was them or some ESPN affiliate of some. I'm not sure if it was the DR, but
I
yeah, Okay.
You
So
were like in everyone's TikTok, IG, like Facebook, like,
Yeah.
and they were just like showing it to each other. Look, oh, look at this guy. Like, yeah, it was really crazy.
It's hilarious,
so
bro. I love it.
worldwide, you
So
got one.
wide, bro. Crazy.
So
Crazy.
so enough. You're probably like, oh, I'm only known for the tattoo, but no, you're a huge Celtics fan. So how do you feel about them this year?
I mean, I think we're running it back, bro. I mean, so I woke up. I tried to stay up at the game last night. The games here start at like 1, so it's kind of like I can't really watch the whole game. But I fell asleep like mad early last night, and then I woke up in the middle of the night at like 4:30, and I'm like, I checked the Celtics game, and I said they were in overtime, and there was 20 seconds left. I'm like, oh shit! So I turned the game on, and it was literally the possession, the timeout heading into the buzzer beater, and I like just got to watch the buzzer beater, which was dope. But yeah, I mean, I'm really confident in the team this year. I'd like to see our defense and
Yeah,
like have paint defense especially get a little better, but I'm sure that'll come when Porzingis comes back. And but I think this is a good run to really to see what we're gonna look like without him, because as we all know, he's not the most healthy guy in the league. So
no, no, I agree with that. And a thing I have to say too, I think it's something with the coaching because I've been going to Maine Celtics games. I went to one and I'm actually going to another one today. Uh,
oh,
Yeah,
but I noticed the defense is the same down there because they're probably having the same coaching schemes all year. And it's tough because they got blown out and they were losing by 40 at one point. So
yeah.
it's like the defense isn't working, and that's a problem. But like you said, I think when Porzingis comes back, we're gonna start seeing that tighten up.
yeah,
Right.
they will figure it out.
Yeah, they will. They will. I will admit though, we have some stuff we have to fix, but at the end of the day, we're 11-3 right now. So,
Right. It's like
right.
there's not really much complaining you can do about it. I mean,
Yeah,
I just think on the like this Cleveland game for me will be a big like just measuring point of where we stand right now, like without Porzingis. I mean, because they could be wrong. I'm pretty sure they have Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, I think, are two top 25 rebounders in the league.
yeah,
And and I don't think we have a single one. And so it's like, and we, dude, RJ Barrett, I was looking at the box score this morning, got 12 rebounds. Like, I've never seen him get more than like 8 or 9. It's like, so it's like, I think they also had, I think Pirtle also got like 13. So it's like, I'm just kind of scared to see how that goes in the glass. But I mean, I think, if we can just body up, we'll be straight.
So I want to ask all of you guys this because I actually called the caveman earlier. I'm doing something for him tonight. But what do you guys? I think it's gonna be it's definitely gonna be because we've been playing rough and the Cavs have been playing excellent. Be honest. How do you guys think the game's gonna go? If you guys are being honest.
They're still undefeated.
Yeah, they are. They're 14-0.
Oh,
What was up?
I say, yeah, 14-0. They're crazy.
What do you all right. How about we start off with you, Jack? What do you got? Do you, how do you think the game's gonna go down?
I mean, I think the Celtics are going to come out with the hunger, man. I mean, I think they're hearing all this talk about Cleveland, being their biggest threat right now because obviously, as long as Doc Rivers and Darvin Ham are on that sideline in Milwaukee, they're not doing shit. So it's like, and Philly's just dumpster fire right now with Embiid and his whole thing. We're never worried about Philly. Think like LeBron, like the Jordan, Will, the like reincarnation of all these dudes could come back and we'd still beat them. But um, and then New York, it's like, yeah, whatever. But Cleveland, honestly, is like what everyone's been saying. It's like these guys are legit. So I think we're gonna come out with I think we're gonna come out swinging, man. I think. And JB's been playing a little rough. I think he might have a bounce back game. I could see the Celtics taking this one. I mean, if there's any team that can end their streak, I think it's gonna be us.
I love it. Skylar, what do you got?
Oh wait. So do we play them next, or do we have an intermission with Toronto, the Raptors first, right?
No, the Raptors was last night. We
Oh wait, who do we play next?
we play Cleveland on Tuesday.
Oh, okay, okay, all right.
In
Well,
season tournament game too.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's gonna be tough, definitely. I think it's gonna be out on the wire. Like, we need to play better on the glass. Like, yeah, we need to play better on the glass. We need to play better defense. But I think that it's gonna be a very, very close game. Might go into OT, but I think Celtics will pull it out.
Lewis, what you got?
I feel like we're gonna beat them. We're gonna, at some point, what they're doing, we're gonna figure it out and just like dominate them, you know.
I,
But it's been working for them. But we're like the defending champs. It's different with us.
I agree with that, but the thing I'm saying too is we've been playing rough basketball against not bad teams, but like mid teams. And the Cavs have just been dominating everyone. I don't know who they played the other night, but they had like almost 150 points. I'm actually gonna check that out.
Yeah, it was Chicago or something.
So I guess Chicago isn't that good, but like,
But still, Toronto is like the worst team in the East. So it's
yeah,
like,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
we lost to the Hawks without Trey. So it's like,
I know I said this on the recap last night. It was like we were playing the 2018 Raptors last night. I'm not even gonna lie.
seriously, dude, for real. And
It,
the thing about the Cavs, it's like they're not even like just in the paint. Like I was on they don't even have I was looking at like stats the other day, and I think they have like I know for a fact they have the lead the league in 3-point percentage as a team, but they're not even in the top like 10 or 12 attempts, which is like crazy. Like that, my mind was blown by that stat. So like when they don't shoot it a lot, but when they shoot it, it's gonna go down. So it's like I just hope we don't become like I don't know what the word is. I hope we don't like sag off, you know?
because
It's like
that's
we
not what we've been doing.
yeah, seriously. Like we gotta run around, we gotta be active on defense. And like I said, this game is really gonna be a measuring stick for me of where the Celtics defense is right now. For sure.
And I'll admit, we need to play them how we played the Knicks. If we don't play them how we played the Knicks, it's gonna be a rough night. I'll just say that
I agree.
because they're playing the basketball that we intended to play this year. You know, like
Right.
we were supposed to come out. We were supposed to have the Cavs season, and the Cavs were kind of supposed to have our season or someone else's. You know, but we'll see. I think that's pretty much it to cover the Cavs game and stuff. We'll cover more. Definitely thank you for coming on again. Obviously, you're in Italy too. So huge thank you for coming on. Will we see you when you come back for like podcasts? That's what
Oh, you
everyone.
already know. Yes, sir.
Thank,
I'll be in touch, man, for sure. We'll definitely I'll keep you all in the know when I get back.
yeah, sounds good. How's it going there, by the way?
Dude, it's crazy, man. I mean, I'm just trying to this is my first I'm glad y'all caught me this weekend. This is my first weekend I haven't traveled in I think since September. So I've been pretty much on the move every weekend, just going to new places, man, exploring out here. And I was just in like God, I was in Cairo last weekend, which was like the craziest shit I've ever done in my life, I think. Like I've never even imagined I'd be like, I don't know, shit's just like I don't know. I'm low key looking forward to getting back home though. It's been a while
Oh
and
yeah, I'd be homesick.
use some could use some dunks in me, man. There's like no good coffee out here. That's pretty brutal.
Oh wait, yeah, no Dunkin' there. Yeah, wow.
Dude,
Well,
nothing.
again, thank you so much, Skylar. Thank you for coming on. We'll have Skylar again too, obviously. Early for sure. What time is it for you right there? Oh, yeah,
Mate.
Jack. Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, so it's 4:56 p.m.
Holy cow! So your day is pretty much over. Our days is
Pretty
just
much.
starting.
Dude, that's what
That-
I was saying. It's perfect timing for me, bro. I get to have my day and hop on with y'all and talk some ball.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Well,
four in the morning over there.
No, PM.
PM. Oh, PM.
Yeah.
wow, that's crazy. Well, thank you guys again for watching. It's been great. I appreciate it. Thank you again so much. Peace.